Hey y'all, it's Candy with KANDI'S Kreations. Today we're going to make this really pretty greenery wreath, and we're just going to use some picks and some greenery and some filler flowers from Jam Designs and Supplies. Let me show you what we're going to use. We're going to use this 18-inch oval grapevine, and I'm going to clean it up. I'm terrible at cleaning up because I'm going to cover them up anyways. I'm terrible at cleaning up my grapevines, but I do, if they have stragglers hanging out, I will do this. And we're going to just clean it up around the edges. And then we're going to go in with 3 of these. I love this teal color together with these really pretty yellow, perfect for spring all the way through summer. And we're going to use this beautiful greenery. I love this so much. And I have this filler bush that we're going to use. So we're going to use 3 of these, but 1 of everything else. And these come off in 3. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut these off in 3s off of the 3 that I have. So we got that one. So we will have 9 of these because they break off in 3s. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start working these in. I just chose these because they are so beautiful. They have lots of greeneries and textures and flowers on them. I'm just going to go ahead and just trim these flush. I'm going to dip these in my glue, and we're just going to start working them all the way around in the same order. We're just going to go into the grapevine like this. And we always have to keep in mind that we have 9. How many you have and then how many you're working with. So you'll kind of know how far you can space them out. This is 3. Going, dipping it in glue and going in between my vines. So this is 3. Just kind of lifting it up and going up under in there. We're just continuing to work this pattern. Some have berries and some do not. So you might want to be cautious of how you're going to space those out. This one does not have berries, so we'll go in next with one that does not have berries. Just try to alternate those. Alright, we got 3 more pieces to fill this spot. The rest do have berries, and that's okay. You don't have to be exactly, you know, with berries or without berries. I love the berries for a different texture. Spread them out really good. These would be perfect for Mother's Day, every day, spring, summer. I love them. Alright, last one, we're going to fill this gap right here. So we got 1 layer of the 3 picks after this. This is what we got so far. I'm going to fluff all this out. Get the most wispiness and all the things out of it. Alright, so this has a little bit more at the top, so I'm going to choose to start at the top. And then we're going to go ahead and go in with our next flower, and we're going to just cut up one of these ranunculus bushes. let's separate what we got. And you'll notice some of them have some of this on it. We'll put those kind of in the same pile. These do not have them on there. So let's space out the ones that have this on it. It's pretty filler. I'm going to dip this in my glue. And we're just going to work the windows in between where we have these. So next we're going to go in with, like, I'm going to cut this a little bit shorter. But we are going to use this as well. I just didn't want it poking way up. So we're just going to dip this in here between the two. Layer it, and then we're going to do the filler that was on it as well. Off that same piece. Look, we're just adding it right in there together. Just layering it in there. So this is super really long too. So we're going to go ahead and just choose to cut it right here. And we're going to glue it in 2 different pieces. Just so it's not crazy wild. I love the pops of yellow with this teal. This one's not super long, so, and it's also being positioned this way. So I'm just going to leave this piece together. Gluing it kind of right in between. This one is really long, so I'm going to choose to cut it in half. We'll go ahead with the flower. And then we're going to go in with the filler. And then we'll go in with this one. This one seems pretty short, so I'm going to just leave it together. And I'm going to go in this right here, this gap. We're going to have it flowing upwards. And then we got one more to go right here, and worked out perfect. And I'm not going to cut this one either. I really kind of only cut them whenever I'm looking at where they're being positioned into the wreath. And, you know, are they going to be like super long? All the things. So extra piece of that filler that came off of that. So I love this so far. We got 2 layers going on already. So let's go in with this greenery. I'm just going to cut it. And then we probably can get 2 more cuts out of this. And what I mean by that is, see how this, like this, we're going to cut it in half. So we're going to get double out of what we're using. Take this, we're going to cut it in half. I'm going to separate them by what has these little thistles on them, and these do not. They're just leaves. Last one. And we're going to just start alternating those. So let's see, we're going to start filling in like right through here. So let's go ahead. We'll use the one with the thistle. And I think we're just going to, I'm going to do like work that outside and then do the greenery on the inside. So we're using the same green to cover with some greenery in these windows. So wherever it's looking a little like it needs a little something, like through here, we're just going to use this. This is super full right here, so I'm just going to marry this right here with that one. right here looks like it needs some little loving. We did one greenery and one thistle. We're going to work the outer and the inner. Right here, it's looking a little sparse. So we'll go right here on the inner and the outer. Right here, we definitely need something right here. So we're going to go in a couple of like different, the inner and the outer of this. Right here, we're going to go in Alright, so now we got this layered in there, that greenery bush. And now we're going to go, ooh, that looks like a wildflower garden. I love it. The last but not least, we're going to use one of these to pop some more yellow in it and some more white in it and give it a little bit more coverage. This will be like the final chef's kiss. Let's see. Alright, let's see how these break off. So we got this, this. Do have some smaller pieces that came apart, and that's okay. I am going to cut these in half so we can get some more coverage out of that. We'll put that like that. These came off in like some smaller pieces. I will put these together with what had fallen off and keep the whole pieces, and we'll go ahead and go in with the whole pieces first, and then we'll work to put those together, and then we'll be done. So let's go ahead and just start working some of this. It's already a whole piece. For a different texture. Sporadically popping this here, in the windows of where we have already put some things. And that might need a little love. Pops, little extra pops of yellow in there. I love that. We got two more that's all together. Just working them in between the flowers and the greenery. We already did. Just gluing them right on in there. We get a pop here, a pop here, a pop here, a pop of this here. We got this one piece already still together, and we got two that we need to do some work on. So we have it pretty much all the way around here. So we'll just take these two pieces and let's just make a little pick out of these. A lot of the times when I have them like this, I do have a pick machine, but if I can get away with just kind of wiring them together, I will do that too. It's where it stays, and then I'll just dip it in my glue and we'll find a spot for it. Right here looks a little bare. We're at the last two pieces of what we're using, so we definitely need to find where we need to fill that hole. That definitely has a hole there, so we're going to just glue that right on in here. If you have a pick machine, you can use it, but if I can show you without one, that's what I'm going to do. And then I can see a little hole right here on the inside, and we'll choose to use this last little piece and right here. So let's get this together. I'll lift up these berries, dip this in my glue. Just kind of go right in there. Cover that spot. Oh, this turned out so pretty. I love this. It's like a wild English garden. Fluff all your stuff up, your mechanics, and I love how that turned out. Here you go. This is what we made. And this is a kit from Jam Designs and Supplies, and you can get all of it together, or you can order some things separately in there. I hope you love it, and I will see you next time. See you later.